When we think about teaching, we usually picture the visible hours, the time spent standing in front of a classroom, engaging directly with students. But the reality is that the job demands a massive amount of invisible labor long after the students clock out. To build a single, effective 60-minute lesson, an educator has to write an engaging opening hook, hunt down relevant media, format grading rubrics, and structure questions that actually test comprehension. This diagram illustrates that process. The mental load required to take all those scattered, disconnected pieces of content and force them into a single, cohesive instructional arc is exhausting. It creates a strange imbalance. The massive amount of energy spent on the architecture of the curriculum drains the reserves needed to actually connect with the class. The current educational model demands that teachers act as high-level curriculum engineers, which leaves them totally depleted for their actual role as classroom mentors. teachspark flips this entire preparation process. Instead of starting with a blank page, a teacher begins with their core intent, and the platform builds the lesson around it. Looking at this interface, the simplest way to generate a lesson is by pasting a link to a YouTube video along with its transcript. From there, the AI takes over. The generation process requires only about 5 to 7 minutes, allowing the educator to completely step away from their desk while the heavy lifting happens in the background. The output is a highly structured product. As this flowchart shows, teachspark generates a strict 5-part interactive learning arc. It guides students through a sequence: teach, practice, apply, reflect, and finally, an exit ticket. And the platform handles highly specific, rigorous academic material right in that first teach phase. Here, we see how the software automatically breaks down the complex chemical equation for photosynthesis and provides clean, plain language translations for the students. Moving into the Apply section, this screen shows how the system generates complex multi-step scenarios, like diagnosing a dying coral reef, complete with built-in evaluation metrics and a scoring rubric. By automating the tedious mechanics of instructional design, teachspark delivers a fully realized interactive digital student experience in minutes. But an interactive digital activity is only half the battle. To lead the room for a full hour, an educator still needs a physical logistical strategy. That's where teachspark Pro bridges the gap. With a single click, it extracts a printable lesson plan directly from the digital activity you just built. This generated document automatically structures the hour with a 5-minute opening hook, 20 minutes of direct instruction, and a block for the interactive activity. It even provides framing elements to wrap up the class, generating post-activity discussion questions and closing exit ticket tasks. And when you need to adjust for different cognitive levels within that same classroom, this difficulty menu allows you to generate new versions of the lesson instantly. You can scale the exact same content from an advanced, challenging tier all the way down to simplified language for IEP or 504 accommodations without rewriting a single word yourself. teachspark Pro delivers both the interactive student experience and the teacher's complete logistical blueprint in a single workflow. The difference between staying up late mapping out curriculum and walking into the building with a full night of rest is profound. Stripping away the repetitive, mechanical tasks of preparation empowers an educator to step fully back into their intended role, acting as a present, focused, human guide for their students. Hours of invisible, isolated labor have been permanently compressed down to a few single-digit minutes. The true value of this platform lies in the time, the energy, and the humanity it returns to the educator.